Hey everyone, and welcome back to BMX News. This is a weekly BMX news show where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX that I think you guys might care about. That being said, this is the first show of 2020. So welcome to 2020, welcome to BMX News. And the first thing that I want to talk about is this shirt that my mom made. This all glows in the dark and it's pretty sick. I just wanted to point it out there and tell you guys, if you guys want one, she'll make you one. You just got to hit me up on Instagram, then we can arrange things over there and I can get one made for you and sent out as soon as possible. Now, let's move into the things that we got to talk about this week and why you're on this video. First of all, apparently the Come Up's website is dead. If you go over to the website, this is what you see. Some random thing to do with books, and that is absolutely not BMX. I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is that pretty much the only guy who was writing over there on the Come Up now is writing for Our BMX. So I'm assuming that the Come Up's website is dead, which honestly at this point, I don't know if anyone even noticed because I haven't seen anyone talking about it. And I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. They haven't really been doing a whole lot on the website, so I don't know. It's kind of crazy the journey that the Come Up's gone through throughout the years. It literally started out as this thing that Adam22 started, and then it just rose in popularity all the way to the point where advertisers were paying thousands of dollars a month just to advertise on the Come Up, and pretty much any video that got posted on there was guaranteed to get thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Then it kind of declined. And it's gone through waves of popularity throughout the years, and a lot of people have a lot of things to say about that website, and certain aspects of the website were definitely facilitators to different attitudes and the way people treated each other within BMX for a certain period of time. So a lot of people might think that it's a good thing that it's gone. Some people might think that it's a bad thing that it's gone. Either way though, I have no idea what's going on. And at this point, I'm honestly just curious to hear what you guys think about this because you're the demographic for the Come Up. You're watching a BMX news video right now, which means you want to know what's going on in BMX. And that was the entire point of that website. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Personally, I don't think it's going to have an effect either way in BMX just because of the state of the Come Up when it went down. It really didn't seem like they were doing that much on the website anyways, so it's probably not going to affect anything that it's not there anymore, other than the fact that more people will migrate over to the other existing BMX sites. Another highlight of the week is something that people also probably didn't see coming, in that Broc Raiford is now off of volume bikes. I personally didn't see it coming. I just assumed that the guy was happy on volume, and apparently something better came along. I'm going to guess that he's going to show up on Sunday just because it seems like the most natural option for someone like him who's already on Odyssey, and bringing him under the full factory umbrella entirely kind of just makes sense. Another thing to mention real quick before we move on is that it's the beginning of 2020. The end and the beginning of the year is always when we see shakeups and sponsorships and who's riding for who and all of that stuff. So expect to see more of that in the coming weeks, and I'm very curious to hear who Broc ends up riding for, and let me know in the comments below who you think he's going to ride for. Moving on from there, we've got a video from a kid that I met out in California. He's 13 years old and his name is Aryei Levenson. And this kid absolutely shreds it in this video for S&M. First of all, this kid is already grinding handrails on both sides of his bike. He's doing tail whips both directions. He's doing crazy rail rides to turn downs. So he's doing bar spins, tail whips, turn downs. This kid's got it all. He's doing roof drops, and literally, this is honestly, right now, this is the video to watch this week. If there's one video to watch, and I haven't even watched any of the other ones yet. I just know that someone like this at 13 years old with the kind of bike control that he's got and confidence to do the things that he did in this video, it's just mind-blowing. And I'm really excited to see an alternative, because normally when we see these 13-year-old shredders, it's crazy kids at skate parks doing all of the park tricks that we're used to seeing. We don't very often see a kid who's 13 years old who can grind handrails on both sides of his bike, confidently jump off of roofs. And the last trick in here is a roof drop into a berm at a BMX track that's gotta be like an 8-foot drop and an 8-foot gap, and he bars into this pavement berm. kid's got it all. You definitely got to check out this video, and I'm going to stop talking about it so that you guys can start watching it and then come back and finish the BMX news video. So that's it for the things that I wanted to highlight this week, but before I move into talking about the videos from this week, I just wanted to point out that both the songs from the last video I talked about and the next one that I'm going to talk about were very refreshing to hear in BMX videos today, especially street-orientated videos. In Aryei's video, he had a hip-hop song that just kind of had a vibe that felt like the New York street type video from the mid-2000s, and it went so well with the riding, and it made it so easy to watch and enjoy, and it was refreshing. That's the only way I can describe it, that hopefully you can understand. And then the song from the next video that I'm going to talk about, it's Stephan Atencio, and it's called New Kid in Town. Came out on Dig's YouTube channel. This kid goes nuts, and he does so to Led Zeppelin, The Immigrant Song. The song, if you watch the last Thor movie, whenever he goes to kick people's ass, the song that plays, and it was so refreshing to hear that song in a BMX video and have it go with it so well, and everything just went together, and this kid's riding is absolutely bonkers. He's doing some of the biggest stuff that you could find in Barcelona, and he's definitely just made a name for himself in doing so, and I just wanted to say that it's super awesome to hear in 2020 that we finally got out of the trap phase where every single video that came out had trap music in it, or just music that was unbearable to listen to. I enjoyed both of these videos and the songs that were in them, and I think that most other people will as well. And after that, we've got Broc Raiford's Disco Stew DVD section to talk about. Broc sure seems to be in the news video a lot this week, and this isn't even the end actually. But before I start talking about this video, I just want to kind of point out that the song in this video is Janis Joplin. This is another one. It fits his riding, it fits the video, it fits BMX, and it's not the typical music that we've heard in the past 5 years, and it's so refreshing to hear, and I love it. And it seems like the more I talk about this stuff, the more that it spreads, so I'm going to keep hitting this hard because we need more variety in music in videos in BMX, and I love it. When it comes to the video itself, it's Broc Raiford. You know what you're getting into, you know that you're going to enjoy it, you know that he's going to hop really high, you know he's going to tail whip something insane, you know he's going to do a gigantic 360 over something, so you just know you're going to want to click on the video, so why do I even need to say anything else? You're gonna like it. And since you already know you're gonna like the Broc Raiford video, let's talk about another video that you're probably going to enjoy. It's Tate Roskelley's Best of 2019 video. GT put it together and put it up on their YouTube channel, and it's, once again, Tate Roskelley. You know his riding, you know you're going to enjoy it, and there's so much stuff in this video that he did throughout the year that you kind of forget about, and then when you watch it, you're like, oh my gosh, that was crazy. And some of the stuff that he wasn't successful on that's in this video that I hope he goes back and gets, just reminds you how creative and awesome Tate is in what he rides and what he puts out there for everyone to enjoy. So definitely check this one out, and I'm looking forward to see what comes with him being on GT this year, some standalone trips and projects that they'll probably do with him, because if you haven't heard or seen what GT has been doing for their riders lately, it's a lot, and the fact that they got Jeff Z as the team manager now just means that it's going to get that much better as time goes on, at least I hope. And that's the last video I wanted to talk in depth about, but it's the beginning of the year, so there's a whole bunch of other videos that just came out that are worth mentioning at least. The first is a Christmas Eve in the Streets video with Hoder and Hobie Doan that came out on RBMX. Then we've got Chad Kerley and Mike Gray's Drop the Pin video, also came out on RBMX. Then we've got a video from a guy named Nick Noble called Aging Like Whiskey. This guy's a little bit older and he still absolutely shreds. He reminds me of like the Nyquist style, and he does lip tricks and air tricks and all kinds of good stuff. He's constantly digging on trails, just all around BMX rider. Then we've got a video from someone that Montana Ricky did a rider spotlight on last year, and that was Joey Hanusiewicz. It's called Smoked, and it came out from Meseroll and Subrosa. I was super stoked when he told me at Raise that Subrosa sent him a frame and that he was in the process of making a video for them. Video's out now, and I just hope that the shred that's in this video gets him a spot on the Subrosa team, because if there's anyone who deserves it and is worthy, it's this guy. He's so dialed in every aspect of BMX riding, whether it's the streets, the skate park, or even the trails. He's got it all, and I definitely just talked about both of these last videos way more than I said I was going to. After that, the last video of the week is Kink's Champagne Crash Reel. This is like 16 minutes of crashes and gnarliness, so if you guys are into that, some of you morbid people out there probably are and are probably going to click on that one. Then we've got some product related things to talk about. The first is a video with Jacob Cable and the Odyssey R15 forks that are now available. For some reason, Odyssey all the way up until this year hasn't had a 15 or steeper offset fork than 25 in their R lineup. Now they do. Jacob Cable made a quick promo video to promote them, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that are going to be psyched about this because it's clear and everyone knows the Odyssey R series forks are the best forks that you can buy. They're the strongest forks and they've got a lifetime warranty, but they didn't have a steeper option than 25, so there's a lot of people that probably felt left out. Now you don't have to feel left out, and now you can feel even more safe knowing you're riding a fork that has the best reputation in BMX. And I told you a little bit earlier that Broc Raiford wasn't done this week in the BMX news video. Well, there's another video with him, and it's also from Odyssey promoting the Thunderbolt Plus cranks. Those are the cranks that I actually ride. They've got a lifetime warranty, and Broc Raiford is promoting them in this short video from Odyssey. Once again, we've got another Odyssey video this week. I would say that the product section of the video this week was brought to you by Odyssey, but one, they don't sponsor this video, and two, there's actually one other thing to talk about after this. But the last thing from Odyssey this week is a video with Matt Nordstrom to promote his signature Nord stem from Odyssey. So if you want to check that out or get any more information on the specs of this stem, hit the link in the description below, as well as the fact that there's links to everything else that I've already talked about and I'm going to talk about in the order that they're talked about, as always, and as you probably already know. The next thing I want to talk about is the 2020 Proton Complete from Fly Bikes. The reason that I wanted to talk about this is that it was recently made available, and this is exactly what I talk about when I recommend a full chromoly bike with sealed everything on it. So I'll run through the list real quick. It's got full chromoly frame fork and bars, as well as a top load forged stem. It's got an integrated headset, mid bottom bracket. It comes with brakes. It's also got a set of aftermarket cranks on it, as well as double walled rims. It's got sealed hubs on both different options of the bike. You can get a cassette or a free coaster. It's got a tripod seat, it's got pegs with it, and it comes in at under 25 pounds at a price tag of $580. So with all of the things that I listed, I think $580 is pretty fair of a price. It's not the most cost-effective full chromoly sealed everything bike that you can buy, but just the fact that it's got so many aftermarket parts on it at such a good price definitely puts it in the category of things to consider whenever you're shopping for a complete bike. And that does it for the product related things that I have to talk about this week. The last thing that I wanted to talk about kind of is an interview type video. It comes from WeThePeople and it's called Hanging with Felix Prangenberg, and it kind of just goes, it's basically a day in the life video with Felix Prangenberg, where he kind of talks through some of the things that he's going to do in his day and process and all of that stuff. So if any of you are interested in a day in the life with Felix Prangenberg, you know what to do to check out that video. And that's going to be it for this week in the first BMX news video of 2020. If you guys enjoyed it and you're new here or haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Leave a comment about something that I talked about today. Let me know what you think about the come up being supposedly dead, if you think they're going to be resurrected at some point and this is just a mistake and that it's being worked through, or anything at all that I've talked about this week. That being said, I want to thank you guys for being here and watching, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Thanks again, and goodbye.